Hello, hi, welcome back to another fun episode of All About Yana. Today is going to be the first episode of our Boss Up series, so don't go anywhere. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about financial planning. I'm going to be telling you why a boss babe needs to have multiple accounts. I'm going to be giving you a list of my accounts and the institutions where I have these accounts, in case that information is helpful to someone. I actually have them written down in my little notebook over here. So if you see me look down and read, it's because I don't want to miss out on any important information. Let's get right to it. So I'm going to start off with 4 accounts. I have these accounts at FNB, First National Bank. And yeah, the first account is my current account. So my current account, I basically just use it to house my salary. My salary goes into this account. And then the account is also for debit order deductions. So the only way for me, I felt, to make sure that your debit orders never ever bounce is to make sure that they are being deducted from your salary account. So what you do is, let's say for example, you get paid maybe on the 25th, you set all your debit orders for a date that's after your payday. That way they will never, ever, ever bounce. So yeah, that's the purpose of this account. It's literally just my salary and my debit orders. That's it. Alrighty, moving right along to account number 2. My second account is my credit card. Let me try and think of one. I got it. Oh yes, okay. So there was a time I actually wanted to rent a car, and I was told that the only way that car could be rented to me is if I had a credit card. And at the time I didn't have a credit card. So I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe you should have a credit card just in case you need to rent a car again. So that's really the main reason why I got it. But now I use it for online shopping as well. So what you want to do with your credit card is make sure that the amount that you owe, you can pay back with one salary. That's what I think is the most efficient way you can use a credit card. That way you never do too much. So what I do is I make sure that whatever I spend online or whatever the case is, if I want to clear it, I can do it with literally one salary. So that's how I manage my expenses with my credit card. I use it also for online subscriptions such as Netflix, Apple Music, and I also use it to boost my social media pages on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook and Instagram. So yeah, that's the purpose of that card. Then my third account is my business account, also with FNB. Anybody out there, if you are selling a product or any exchange of some sort, you need to make sure that you register your company and you get a business account. You need to be able to invoice, and when you invoice, the name on the invoice, if for example the company name is Yana the Movement, you need to have a bank account to match that also says Yana the Movement. So it's very, very important that the name of the company matches the account when you invoice. So make sure that your company is registered so you can open a business account. And the purpose of this account, you guys, is strictly for business transactions. Don't be the person who is at a supermarket swiping groceries with your business account. Don't be that person ever, okay? If anything, give yourself a salary so you then put that in your own personal current account and then use that to swipe groceries. But don't ever, ever use your business account for personal transactions. It's strictly for business transactions only. Then my fourth account, also with FNB, is an investment account that I opened for my business. So you know how you save for yourself, you have a little savings account, you save for your, whatever unforeseen contingencies. You need to do the same for your business. So I set up a fixed account. I have no access to this money. It is strictly for my business. Just in case something happens, God forbid something goes left, I just want to make sure that my business just never ever goes without. So I opened an investment account for it. And yeah, that literally all I do is take money from my business. If I invoice and I make some coin, make a little extra coin, I take some, I put it in my business account, and then I take a little amount from there, and then I put it in my investment account that I have for my business. No access to the money, so I don't ever, I literally cannot go and just randomly go cash it. So yeah, that's the purpose of that account. It's literally just to save money for my business. All right, moving on to the next bank. Now we're going to talk about the accounts that I have at Stanbic. I have 3 savings accounts with Stanbic. The first one is an account that I opened for Motelo. Any transaction that has anything to do with Motelo, I put in that account. Again, I have no access to this money. The account does not have a card. So it's really just for savings, and I have access to this money once a year, right? Then we're going to move on to another account. It's also a savings account, but this one is for me. I save in there for just anything that I might want to do, like traveling, or if maybe I want to acquire an asset or just something like that. So I just save my money in that account. And again, I don't have access to the money and it does not have a card. I hope you guys are, starting to see a pattern here. You need to put like certain controls for yourself to make sure that you maintain your financial goals, okay? So for me, it's very important for me not to have access to the money because I will go get it. If times get tough, I'm going to go get that money. So yeah, you want to train yourself to just know, listen, okay, no, I have no access to this money, so there's nothing that I can do. If something comes up, I have to make another plan. So yeah, then the last account I have with Stanbic is another savings account, but it has a card. So this one is for, regular kind of things that might happen, but I want to make sure that I can easily just get money for those specific things. An example is, God forbid, there's a funeral and you need to contribute, or your kettle breaks down and you need to replace it. Just urgent situations that you need the money right there and there. So I save in there for those things. All right, moving right along, we are now going to talk about account number 8. It is my investment account that I have with Metropolitan. I believe Biffem has the same product. I actually didn't do much research to find out about this account. I remember I had just started working and someone just sold me the product and I thought it was a good product, so I just bought it. But yeah, I just compare between Metropolitan and Biffem. I'm told those are the really good ones. What happens is you just put money aside, right? They set up a stock order, right? And then you just put money into this account for a duration of a minimum of 5 years, I believe. Then you can cash the money. If you don't want to cash your money, you can actually extend it to however long. But just know after 5 years, you can cash anytime. I believe, actually 5 years is up for me. I just realized I've got money. But yeah, I actually decided I'm not going to cash this money and I'm going to save it for some intense, like unforeseen circumstances. For example, God forbid I lose my job and I need a chunk of cash, to live maybe for how long, need some money to survive at least 6 months to a year. I don't know. I need to be able to pay for my, my mortgage still. I need to be able to eat still, So yeah, that's what I'm saving this money for. I'm also hoping for positive events. Maybe if I need to buy shares or I want to put down a deposit on something big. So that's what the specific account is for. It's for when I'm going to need one day, when I need just a large chunk of cash. That's what this account is for. So yeah, again, compare between Metropolitan and Biffem for this product. And then my last account, my 9th account, is an investment account that was opened for me when I got a mortgage. I actually don't know why they had to open it. They literally just told me, because you have a mortgage, you now have to have an investment account. And I was like, yeah, I already have 2 other investment accounts. They were like, no, you need a specific one for your mortgage. I don't really quite understand how it works just yet, but I will find out. So I have this account with BBS because that is my service provider for my mortgage. And again, I'm just going to be putting money in there. I don't quite understand why I have this one. I don't want to lie. It was literally forced on me, but I will use it to the best of my ability. So yeah, those are my 9 accounts. If you have any other account that you think is important for everyone to have, please comment below. Let us know. Let us all learn together. I'm on a mission to boss up, so I want to bring you with me, okay? So comment below. Let me know. I don't know. I have 9 accounts. I don't know if that's excessive or if it's too little. Whatever ideas you have, please do let me know in the comment section below. If you want to open an account and you don't know how to go about it, you don't know what to do, drop me a comment below, or you can email me. allaboutnyandamagugu@gmail.com. If you are a service provider, if you're in sales, you know, that kind of thing, and you are looking for people to sell an account to, please email me as well, so that as people are commenting below or sending me emails, I can match you to the respective person who can help you. And yes, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video.